The list is finally here. This is why you're all here. This is what we wanted to see, the updated list of countries that will be welcome under the new decree to facilitate immigration into Russia. Now, we're going to go straight into it. We're going to read over the list. We're going to talk about how you can take advantage of the new list of the new decree, and I'm going to be giving you my point of view on what you should do, and I'm going to be giving you avenues of approach, connecting you guys with the right people, connecting you guys with the Telegram that's going to give you all the information. Okay, so we're going to pop up on screen the list. Now, I will be reading this over for you guys. It says the government of the Russian Federation. This is an order, the decree, dated September 17th. So this is not breaking news because it passed in September 17th, but it is now just coming to the public. You're not going to hear about this anywhere else outside of Russia. In accordance with the paragraph 2 of the decree of the President of the Russian Federation of August 19, 2024. So this is referring to the decree that they published in August, number 702, on the provision of the humanitarian support to persons who share the traditional Russian spiritual and moral values, to approve the attached list of foreign states and territories implementing policies that impose destructive neoliberal ideological attitudes that contradict traditional Russian spiritual and moral values. The order comes into force from the date of its official publications. So, what this is letting us know is that this following list is attached to the original decree and it is now official. These are the official countries. Let's read them. I will be linking all of this down below. So the first one's going to be Australia, Austria, Albania, Andorra, the Bahamas, Belgium, Bulgaria, Great Britain, and this includes their overseas territories, Germany, Greece, Denmark, Ireland, Iceland, Spain, Italy, Canada, Cyprus, Latvia, Lithuania, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malta, Micronesia. That is the first page. There's going to be a next page behind, but if you're watching from a country that I've already read, comment down below. Let me know what country you're watching from. Let's go to the next page here. This is going to be on the third page. Monaco, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Republic of Korea, which is South Korea, Romania, San Marino, North Macedonia, Singapore, Slovenia, the United States of America, Taiwan, Ukraine, Finland, France, Croatia, Montenegro, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Sweden, Estonia, and Japan. These are the countries that fall under the new decree. This is the list of countries that will be welcome to come under this new decree facilitating immigration into Russia. Now, this list is going to be pinned on our Telegram group. It's called The Russian Experience. That link is down below, but this is what it is. You can go to it. It's on Telegram. You can click the link. You can search The Russian Experience on Telegram. It's going to come up. The information that I'm giving you is the newest information on this new decree. Do not confuse this list with the list of unfriendly countries. That's a whole nother topic. Not all the countries on the unfriendly list are on this list. The majority of them are, but they are not identical lists. Like we mentioned before, it would be influenced by that list. This is the official list. Now, I'm going to be putting a map on the screen so you can just see the magnitude of this new decree, how many countries it's going to encompass. You will be seeing the countries that are on the list in green. We've already named them. I'll name them later on in the video if you want to skip, if you guys are going to skip. But pay attention to how much green you see on this map. Just take a look at this map. And everything you see in green here is what falls under this new decree. You're going to see the majority of North America is actually on the decree, minus Mexico. And there is no South American countries on this decree. If we look over at Europe, it's the majority of Europe. You can see that the majority of Europe is actually engulfed in this, minus countries that are obviously very friendly, like Belarus. They have open borders basically with Belarus. You have Slovakia, Hungary, Serbia, uh, Kosovo, Bosnia Herzegovina, who are not on the list, but I'm pretty sure there's different ways of getting into Russia without this decree. You're going to see the Nordic countries, all of them in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark on the list, along with Iceland. You're going to see the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania on that list. This is a very, very interesting thing to me because they've basically engulfed all of Europe saying, hey, we welcome you guys to come. But they are not alone, because if you look over at Oceania, this map here with New Zealand and Australia, that's a whole hit there. Japan and South Korea, along with Taiwan and Singapore and some other smaller states, are part of this decree. They fall under Asia. So that in itself is also very, very interesting, because not a lot of Asian countries are going to fall under in this new decree. I'm going to be going over the list one more time, and then we're going to move on to how you can actually take advantage of this, because there's a brand new visa that Russia rolled out. This is a new visa. It's a private visa, and we're going to talk about it after I read the list one more time for you guys, because I feel not a lot of people will watch this the entire way, or if they do, or they skipped. Australia, Austria, Albania, Andorra, the Bahamas, Belgium, Bulgaria, Great Britain with its overseas territories, Germany, Greece, Denmark, Ireland, Iceland, Spain, Italy, Canada, Cyprus, Latvia, Lithuania, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malta, Micronesia, Monaco, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, South Korea, Romania, San Marino, North Macedonia, Singapore, Slovenia, the United States of America, Taiwan, Ukraine, Finland, France, Croatia, Montenegro, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Sweden, Estonia, and Japan. That is the list of countries that will be welcome to come under this new decree to facilitate immigration into Russia. And now it's time to talk about how you actually do it, how you should take advantage of it, and how it works. Please do consider putting like on this video and sharing it with people who might be interested in this. Do not be a gatekeeper. If you watched this video, then it was interesting to you, right? So please consider hitting like, because the more you guys support this video, the further it gets spread out and more people can actually see this. This is breaking news here in Russia, and like, I'm trying to publish this as fast as I can so that people could have the list and have all the information which is coming up to this new decree and what they can do. We had Timur, immigration specialist, and he actually wrote something out for people to understand. I'm going to be reading the points that he's made about this new decree and how you can basically get the main idea of this. I'm going to be reading out his letter to the people. He is a reliable source and probably the most up-to-date person on this decree. So the main points of the decree, these are the main points of the decree. By the middle of September 2024, Russian government would come up with a list of countries, which it already has, list of countries, citizens of which would fall under the decree. In case the country of your citizenship is on the list, you will be eligible to apply for a 3 months private entry visa. So this is essentially an immigration visa that Russia has made and rolled out. None of this has never existed before. This is a new thing that Russia is rolling out. Such a visa would be issued by the Russian consulate in your home country. So you have to actually go to your home country to get it at this moment. If you're not in your home country right now, the only place to get it is in your home country. You go to the consulate, you go to the embassy, and you request uh, an application. You request a private visa under this new decree. Just make sure that you have all of your paperwork, okay, like your uh, passport, and you're going to have to contact these people to get the right information. Right now we're telling you that the list is out. Right now we're telling you that the ball is in motion. You have to do your homework, and if you don't know what to do, you remember we have the Telegram. Unlike other visas, you do not need to have an invitation or a voucher. So for this visa, you will not need an invitation letter or a voucher to travel to Russia. This is a big game changer because before, many people would fall into a pit and not know how to get these things. So on the Russian side, you will not need a voucher or an invitation anymore. Every family member should file for a separate visa. So even if you have kids or you have grandparents, they all have to be with their own visa, okay? Once you enter Russia with this new visa, you'll have 7 days to register yourself, or so you're gonna have to register yourself. And this is basically not changing. You've always had to register yourself. But just make sure that the hotel or the apartment that you're staying in, the owners have to register you. They know where to do it. And if you don't know, you can come into our Telegram and we'll help you out because it's different in every city. The locations are different, obviously. So you have 7 days to register yourself. With this visa, you're going to have 3 months to start the process to get temporary residency. We've talked about this. This is a 3-month visa that allows you to travel from your home country into Russia, and you're going to apply for a 3-year temporary resident permit, okay, without a quota. And without a quota means that you can go anywhere in Russia. Before, it was with quotas. There was only enough space in certain areas for a certain amount of people. Now, Russia has done away with it. Under this decree, if you're part of the country's list, you will be able to travel to Russia and settle in the place that you want. Remember to bring a background check, okay? Because you're going to need it for the temporary residency. The background check is like a criminal background check. Don't come if you're fleeing from some crazy felony that you committed in your country. That has to be said. And that's going to be one of the most important pieces of paper that you're going to have to bring because you will be required a background check. Once you get to Russia, of course, you're going to go through the system of the medical exams, which is mostly just to check for the important things like tuberculosis, AIDS, and all these other infectious things so that you're not a threat to yourself or the population. But the most important things have been mentioned already in previous videos, and these are the most important things right now. The other very important thing that you need to know, this is probably one of the most important things, is that once you start the process, the government is processing these temporary residencies from 4 to 5 months. So after you file it, after you've got everything, all your ducks in a row, just know that your temporary residency, even though it's not starting, your old visa, even if it expires, once you start the process, you're safe. All right, you're safe in Russia. Once your temporary residency is approved, then you're a temporary resident. But if you're in Russia under this new visa, even if it expires, which is 3 months, you're safe. You're fine. You don't have to worry about it because the Russian government is gonna make sure that you have no issues with that. This is a new system that they're dealing with, right? And that's really important because a lot of people get scared of overstaying visas. And what the Russian Federation is letting you know, you will be allowed to stay until your temporary residency is approved or denied. It's a hit or miss as well. By the way, we're not saying that everyone who comes is going to be accepted, but this is a definite way of doing it. Now, under this new decree, once you do get your temporary residency, you will be allowed to work in Russia. This is a temporary residency that doesn't need you to have a work permit. Okay, you can also register as an individual entrepreneur. You can start a business. All right. And these are the type of things that a lot of people have been asking for as well. Can I work in Russia? Well, after you get a temporary residency, you sure can. You're also allowed to access medical care. So you'll be able to have public medical care. This is really big for some people as well who are coming from countries that don't have this right. In Russia, it's a lot of people will say it's not that great, but I've seen Ksenia break her leg and be in a cast in the next 20 minutes. It's not that bad, and actually, it's better than nothing. For all those people that go through those steps, after 8 months, you will be able to apply for permanent residency if that's what you want. Now, I have to warn you guys, please do not be scared. I mean, I'm warning you of the things that people may say. A temporary resident and a permanent resident, and even being here on a visa, does not make you a citizen. And therefore, you will not be obligated, if you're a male, to register for the Russian military. Do not be scared from all these people saying that you're going to get drafted or mobilized. It's illegal in Russia for you to even serve if you're not here. I mean, it's illegal if you're here at a random visa to serve. If you're a temporary resident or a permanent resident, I believe that there might be ways of you to volunteer legally, but that's another topic all in itself. I just have to do the disclaimer that you shouldn't be scared to come here because people are saying you're going to be drafted or mobilized. There's no legal way of doing that for you. Like, the government cannot legally just grab you. Okay, we had to get that out of the way because that's something that's really scaring a lot of people. If you need more information, this channel has now one of the best forums for information on Telegram and in the world. I'm going to say in the world, because in this Telegram channel, we're actually connected with people like Timur. We're actually connected to other consultant companies in Russia who are ready to help you do all of these steps. If you're nervous about doing something wrong, in this Telegram group, you will be connected directly with these people. When it comes to paperwork, all of the information that you're going to need in Russia, it's going to be done in Russian, right? So if you're not proficient with the language, you might need, I mean, the beginners, the people who are coming from nothing will definitely need legal assistance. Now, with that being said, I warn you not to move to Russia if you've never visited before, because it's going to be too much of a culture shock. Come here on vacation and experience it. Get a taste for what it is. Do not rush to do anything, guys. Do not rush into moving to Russia. This is not an advertisement for moving to Russia. This is only the information. I'm giving you the facts, and I'm trying my best to do it in a way that you can understand, showing you the photos, giving you the resources, giving you the backup resources by giving you the Telegram so you can connect with actual professionals. Again, I would really appreciate it if you can support this channel by just giving a like. There's a lot of people who are seeking this information but do not find it. And if you're watching and you're one of the people who are interested, let's not be the gatekeepers. Let's push this video out, share it on all your platforms, share it with people who are interested in traveling, because a lot of people want to travel, and Russia is a great destination. And tourism is also good. Everybody should be able to experience different parts of the world. Please give this video a like. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed and you like this type of information, I do give news and life in Russia videos, so you might want to stick around for that kind of stuff as well. So now let's move on to my thoughts about all this. I feel really bad. I feel so bad for the countries like South Africa, who were riding so much. Will South Africa be on the list? I feel so bad for countries like Brazil, even Mexico, these friendly countries, even the BRICS countries, like the India also, right? The majority of the countries on this list, I mean, let's be honest, are from countries that are unfriendly to Russia. Now, the purpose of this decree is to help those people leave countries that they don't particularly agree with, that are being a little bit, or a lot rather, kind of suppressed, right? The ideologies of these countries are what's wrong in Russia's eyes, so it's giving its citizens a way to leave. That is the truth. In my opinion, I agree with that because the majority of the countries are countries that are pretty far out there. Um, and I didn't leave America for those reasons, but I would never want someone to have no other options in this world, right? So, in my opinion, Russia is doing this to get new people to experience Russia, maybe potential citizens. But the United States and other countries have done similar things as well. So it's just Russia's first time doing it in modern time. This is the first time Russia's opening its gates this big. And when I compare it with other programs like the United States has many immigrants, and the United States has welcomed many people, right? So don't be a hypocrite. Like if you're an American who doesn't like Russia, America has done it too. If you're a Russian viewer and you think that this is a big mistake, I have some concerns, yes, but guess what? It's 2024. People are just going to move everywhere. We can't stop it. And so hopefully this turns out good for Russia. Expect more videos on this topic. I've been covering these topics from the beginning, some of the biggest views in recent time on my channel. So do remember to be friendly to one another, hit like, share the video, and expect more videos because this is only the beginning. This can change tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the next one.